Welcome back to Church School and to Living Water.
It's so nice to be back here for another week. It's hard to believe it's already week 4.
Time really does fly. Seems like it goes even faster in Lent. Well, Mrs. Byrne, can you remind us about what we learned last time?
Of course. Last week, we talked about God's endless love for everyone. God showed mercy and forgiveness to Jonah and all the people of Nineveh. He loves and forgives us, too.
Well, that's a perfect segue into our Lenten opening sentence. Bless the Lord who forgives all our sins.
His mercy endures forever.
God helped Jonah and the people of Nineveh get a fresh start, didn't he?
He did. And this week, we have another story of fresh starts. In this week's Bible passage, Mark and Anna will tell us about when Moses and the Israelites needed to start over.
The Israelites had been enslaved by the Egyptians for many years. And just like a shepherd tending to their flock of sheep, God told Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt.
They were in great danger during their escape, especially when they reached the waters of the Red Sea.
Well, take it away, Mark and Anna.
This passage is from the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verses 15 through 31. After the Israelites escaped from Egypt, they saw the Egyptians chasing after them. They reached the Red Sea and were unable to cross. The Israelites cried out to the Lord in fear, and the Lord told Moses,
"Tell the people to get going. And Moses, I want you to lift your shepherd's rod over the Red Sea. I am going to protect you and your people, and both you and the Egyptians will see my power."
When Moses stretched his rod over the sea, the Lord pushed the sea back with a strong wind. The water split, forming 2 big walls, and the Israelites walked through on dry land. The Egyptians chased after the Israelites, but their chariot wheels jammed and they panicked.
The Lord is fighting for the Israelites. The Egyptians cried as they turned around. The Lord said to Moses,
"Stretch your hand back over the sea so the water returns and covers the Egyptians."
When Moses did this, the walls of water came crashing down and covered the Egyptians. The Lord rescued Israel from the Egyptians that day. Israel saw the Lord's amazing power and was in awe. Their trust in the Lord and in Moses grew.
Thank you, Mark and Anna. What an exciting story.
I have to think Moses and his people must have been overwhelmed with fear. They probably saw no way out. They were losing hope. They were caught between the Egyptian soldiers who were getting closer, and the sea was getting closer too. Mrs. Byrne, what could they possibly do?
Well, Moses had a rod, like shepherds use to lead their sheep.
Like this?
Exactly. And this turned out to be a special surprise from God. God showed Moses how to use it to guide the Israelites. When Moses lifted up the rod, the wind blew the waters back out of the way. God opened up a pathway to a new land and a new life.
You know, that reminds me of the story of creation, when God first separated the water from the dry land. Then we hear again about God separating the waters. He showed his mighty, awesome power at the Red Sea. You know, God often comes to us and shows himself in unexpected ways and places.
What about near a pool?
Sure.
How about a lake?
Yeah.
Or I know, a river.
Anywhere. Rivers especially are a wonderful, peaceful place where water is always flowing. Besides being a place where God can come to us, it's also a pretty nice place to sing a song or two.
Well, speaking of songs, Major Tom is here, and he has some music for us about rivers. So let's head over to the clubhouse now.
Hey, it's great to be back here at Major Tom's Clubhouse, and as always, I got my good friend Artie here. And wait, whoa, who's that? Oh my gosh, Diana's here. Hi, Diana.
Hi. Wait a minute. All right, this isn't the beach, and this isn't the kitchen. This isn't the church. You know what this means. Cue my intro.
Diana on an adventure.
I was getting heavy.
All right. Well, since we're all here, can you guys help me with I got these two songs. I want to play them, but they keep running into each other. But it's okay if we do it like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. One is, and I know our theme for this month is peaceful water and peaceful rivers. So, one of the songs is "Shall We Gather at the River," and the other song is "Peace is Flowing Like a River." So what do you think? Artie, do you have your recorder with you?
Yes, I do.
You know, it'd be really nice if you start us off with that, with your recorder.
Yeah,
all right.
Here it is.
Okay. Shall we gather at the river where bright angel feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God? Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Peace is flowing like a river, flowing out to you and me, flowing out into the desert, setting all the captives free. Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Soon we'll reach the shining river, soon our pilgrimage will cease. Soon our happy hearts will quiver with a melody of peace. Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Love is flowing like a river, flowing out through you and me, flowing out into the desert, setting all the captives free. Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Shall we gather at the river where bright angel feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God?
Thank you, Tom, Artie, and Diana for all that wonderful music.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me about gathering down by the water at Camp DeWolf and singing songs with Major Tom around the campfire.
That's always really fun.
Well, Mrs. Burton, it's getting to be that time where we've got to make like Moses and split. Can you tell us what's going on next week?
Be sure to tune in next week because Mark and Anna are going to be telling us the story of when Jesus went to the river to be baptized.
You know, while we're talking about baptism, maybe I can show some of our friends at home how we do baptisms today here.
That sounds great.
Well, I look forward to it. But until then, let's end our time today with our final blessing. Let us bless the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
See you next week.
And stay safe.